Yo, what is up guys? My name is M, aka MaTeIRiA, and welcome back to a new video of solo leveling Arise. I wanted to get this out first, talking about the cores in the latest update, how they work, what you want to focus on. I will give you a quick overview. So the way we are getting the cores is either from Vulcan or from Baron. But just to make it as simple and short as possible, just do Baron normal. Reason being, except for Baron normal, you get all the other, like every loot you're seeing here, you're getting from Baron, except for the Magi Sphere and the Mana Power. These two you only get from Baron and only from normal Baron. Otherwise, like if we look at example for easy mode Baron, you see, oh, only purple stuff. They didn't add the two I just showed you, the Magi Sphere and the other one, are missing. If we look at hard mode Vulcan, for example, you see, okay, with Vulcan at 50 it can drop gold stuff, but you do not get the other two. You need to complete a core set, which we will look into. Plus, to top it off, you also get this resource here, the solidified stones and the level 2 and 3. So the way these work, I give you now an overall overview, what they do and how I think they are useful to use, because it's very simple. There are two different things really, choices. You just have to choose between one or the other. So we have one, which is the Ancient Rough Obsession, which increases the user's core attack by 5%. Also, if you compare that to the purple version, you see there is a difference in the core passive. So you always want to aim for the legendary one. So do not waste your resources on the purple stuff, because the legendary is where it's at. For this one specifically, for the Ancient Rough Obsession, which gives attack percentage, this is something you only want to use on Jinwoo and maybe some sort of support hunter that might scale with attack. Because on the other hand, if we look at the Nameless Demon Deception, this one, when you use your ultimate skill, it increases the crit damage of your basic skill by 20% for 8 seconds. This, for example, is very huge. You think immediately of MaTeIRiA, you transform, and then you use your skill, you just straight up get a 20% crit damage boost, right? Very, very powerful. So that's why for most of the hunters, you want to use this one specifically. Oh yeah, the one thing where you want to use the attack one is Alicia, because she's scaling off her core attack. So a unit like a MaTeIRiA or a Char does benefit from this more than from a Ancient Rough. But at the end of the day, there's like it really depends on your own taste. And then we have the second slot, which is either when the user is hit, the damage reduction increased by 10% for 10 seconds, or when the user uses the ultimate skill, it grants shield equal to 10% of the max HP. This is very simple for all your DPS units. You just want to equip the Ancient Rough, the right hand, the blue one, the ice one. Let's make it fire and ice. The ice arm, because this one, if you get hit, you just get a damage reduction boost for 10 seconds. And because of survivability is obviously an issue for the DPS units, this helps out with the survivability. Because on the other hand, the shield doesn't do that much for you. But where you want to use the fire arm is on your support hunters, especially when you do guild boss. For example, Mayin, Fisher, Gina, Min, Han, where you use a palace set. Because the cool thing about that, even if you have a character that does not have a shield in it, with that thing they gain a shield and then they can trigger the palace effect. So even you can make any support character, you can now build with a palace set just because of that ability. And the last one really comes down to personal preference. So we have the Ancient Rough Mana Power. When the user uses basic attack, hits 3 times, it charges the power gauge by 3%. Personally, I would use that on every single support unit and on MaTeIRiA, for example, because she benefits from getting her ult back quite fast. And then the alternative would be the Magi Sphere. When the user uses their ultimate skill, it recovers MP equal to 5% of their max MP. So this is also quite nice for DPS units. Let's say the main thing about your unit is not really getting the ult ready to trigger the ult for something in particular. This is for example not that useful for Charlotte, because Charlotte has a different mechanic. then you just might want to use this one instead, or for any other hunter that doesn't really need the ult, because this way when you use the ult you get MP back, which helps you out spam your attacks more often. So, and here's the thing about the course in general. There are elements attached to the course. You cannot use any core for any hunter because there are these elements. So for example, this one here, increase attack by 3%. Only not Mirai, but only Wind Hunter can activate that passive because it is tied to the wind element. Same for all the other elements. And there's also a Jinwoo head there, so you know, okay, this one is for Jinwoo. And you might notice already there are different percentages on cubes, but really it doesn't mean anything. All it really tells you is, depending on where it's at, even if it's just 1%, it just tells you you need to enhance that level, that specific core more. It's not that this one is specifically better than the other one. It just means you need less resources to get it to 100%, because 100% is the cap. So the way you level up these cores is by feeding other cores in them, right? And once you reached the cap, which is level 10, afterwards there is the other resource I just showed you, which you get from Baran, specifically only from Baran. This is where you can boost the values of these attributes, and they are actually ridiculous on how far they are going. Also, when it comes to the stats are fixed. For the mind cores, they are all attack based. The body cores are all defense based, and the spirit cores are all HP based. So the main stat, the stat above, is always either a additional stat or a percentage stat, depending on what it is: attack, defense, HP. And the bottom one varies. It can be anything: crit damage, for example, damage reduction, MP recovery. It can be literally anything. You just have to take a look and see, okay, what hunter wants what kind of core, and this is how you build your roster. And the way I suggest you to approach it is, first of all, just get your main hunters, just equip stuff so they have something going on. You just boost your combat power, make your life easier. But where you want to, the cores you actually want to focus on are the golden ones. As I said, their unique passives are stronger than the purple counterparts. So you want to use your resource wisely, because there's also a limited time you can do a workshop anyways in the first place. So you pick, for example, a golden one, level up, and then you just feed whatever nonsense you do not need right now. Okay, and this is the way you level up and then get boosts. And then you can also see, like, do 2 level ups on how much this specifically increases. And the stat boosts are insane, guys. They are insane. I can tell you, I'm currently at 873k combat power. Once I'm getting my course, like when I max out my course, I will easily hit over 1 million CP. The amount of CP you gain from them is actually crazy. Just equipping this golden one, for example, didn't boost anything. Just equipping that to Mirai just gave me 4.5k CP. It's actually insane. And then you can upgrade them and then further boost them even more. It's insane how much these cores will make our lives easier, and there will be a lot of changes in all the content. Oh yeah, and I almost forgot. So there is a new tab, the core tab. So there are 3 cores you can equip. For example, here with Jinwoo, I equipped 3 cores. So this one with the attack one, the core, the mind, the body, and the spirit. This one does not trigger because, as you can see, it has not the Jinwoo icon to it. I just equipped it because of the extra stats. I just like having extra stats overall. That just also overall boosts his abilities. But yeah, this is just a quick overview I wanted to give you guys when it comes to the cores in the game. Let me know what you think about that. And as well, guys, if you enjoyed watching this video, don't forget to leave a like and a comment down below. I really appreciate it. And hey, if you're new to the channel, subscribe. I basically upload every single day. And also, guys, let me know in the comments down below what you want to see next. I'm doing a lot of testing now. I will be live streaming. Once you see this video, I'll probably be live doing more Baron workshop. So let me know what you're curious about, and I will make a video about it. So thanks, guys, for watching. See you next time. Deuces.